author floats fascinating possibility of Caitlin Clark being focal point of Breakaway Basketball League. Clark has been on the receiving end of hard fouls and bumps during her games. Caitlin Clark's popularity is the highest it's even been, and the second-year Indiana Fever player will only have more eyes on her as she continues to build out her legacy in the WNBA. The rise in fame has come with some hard licks on the court. Clark was in plenty of skirmishes during her rookie season, taking bumps on shots and being on the receiving end on hard screens. So much so that she admitted to a busted eardrum and had a black eye at one point. This season, Clark was already knocked down in brouhahas with opponents. Clark fans have suggested that the lack of protection for the Fever sharpshooter could lead her toward building her own professional basketball league. And when Clark failed to meet the recommended standards of 150th in the Pro League, Christine Brennan, the author of On Her Game, Caitlin Clark and the Revolution in Women's Sports, talked about the potential of that happening in an interview on ESPN Los Angeles last week. Nike loves her. She's got Wilson, obviously. She's got Gatorade, she said via the New York Post. Even though the salary is $76,000, 0 cents for a rookie. It's more this year now. She's making $28 million, 0 cents from Nike alone, according to the Wall Street Journal. So she's at $40 million, 0 cents, whatever. Okay, fine. She's doing great. And if Nike said we're going to make the Nike Clark League, it would obviously take a few years to get the arenas and whatever. But you know the TV contract. I mean, it's Caitlin, again, the TV viewership, it's Caitlin Clark. It's not Angel Reese and Caitlin. It's Calton. It's Calton Clark only. And I think Angel's a great rebounder and excellent at what she does, but she doesn't move the needle on TV ratings. It's Calton. And they could do it. I think they could absolutely put it together in a couple of years. And I'll stay on that because I agree with you. It's fascinating and it's doable because of the void and the vacuum of leadership that WNBA continues to exhibit. Clark didn't participate in the off-season unrivaled league, but the league and WNBA players are set to enter bitter collective bargaining negotiations very soon. For Clark, she's set to be a WNBA All-Star captain. She's averaging 18.2 points, 8.9 assists, and 5 rebounds per game, despite missing several games due to injuries. In the shifting sands of modern sports, there are moments, singular, shimmering, seismic, that ripple through time and change the game forever. Caitlin Clark, the Iowa phenom with the dead-eye shot and transcendent vision, is standing at the epicenter of one such moment. But what if her path didn't lead to simply joining the WNBA's existing structure? What if she became something greater? A founding figure, the spark behind an entirely new, revolutionary breakaway women's basketball league. It sounds far-fetched at first. Breakaway leagues are the stuff of sports mythology and business nightmares. Most never get off the ground. Some leave behind trails of litigation, abandoned stadiums, and broken dreams. But sometimes, just sometimes, the right confluence of talent, timing, and tenacity changes the story. And Caitlin Clark, with her staggering fan base, social media reach, and once-in-a-generation magnetism, might be the one capable of flipping the script. The spark, the idea first emerged in a speculative sports column, just a single line about Clark being a potential focal point of a new league. But it was enough. Social media lit up. Commentators began connecting the dots. Clark's record-smashing college career, her national appeal, and the fact that her jersey outsold some NBA stars. She wasn't just a player, she was a brand. Imagine this, a group of forward-thinking investors, media moguls, and former athletes approach her with a vision. They present her not just with a contract, but a platform, equity, leadership, balance. She wouldn't just play in the league, she would be the league. Its face, its engine, its heart. Building a new court, the league would need more than star power. It would need infrastructure, identity, and storytelling. But in a world where streaming platforms are desperate for live content and young fans follow players more than teams, the barriers begin to blur. The new league, perhaps named the Women's Pro Elite, WPE, would start with 8 teams across basketball hotbed cities: Chicago, New York, Dallas, Atlanta, Seattle, Minneapolis, Las Vegas, and, yes, Des Moines. That last one, a nod to Clark's roots. a statement that small markets, when fueled by passion, can shake the world. Games would be streamed globally, fan interaction baked into the product, players would have equity stakes, sponsorship deals would focus on athlete branding, not just team logos. Every aspect of the WPE would be designed with modernity in mind, from tech-enhanced broadcasts to fan-voted lineups and augmented reality stats. And at the center of it all, Caitlin Clark, with her fierce step-back threes and no-look passes, drawing millions not just to games, but to a new philosophy that women's sports deserve innovation, attention, and celebration. A league of possibilities, cynics would scoff. The WNBA already exists. There's not enough talent. It's too risky. But history is filled with breakaways that defined their eras. The AFL changed football. The ABA introduced the three-point shot and the slam dunk contest. Even Live Golf, for all its controversy, forced seismic changes in a tradition-bound sport. The WPE wouldn't aim to destroy the WNBA. It would aim to disrupt sports culture itself. Where the WNBA has struggled with viewership and salaries, the WPE would lean into spectacle and substance. Mic'd-up players, one-on-one halftime challenges, global recruitment, a direct bridge from high school phenoms to pro stardom, bypassing outdated gatekeeping. And Clark wouldn't be alone. Angel Reese, Paige Beckers, Juju Watkins, and a cadre of rising stars would find themselves faced with a choice: follow the known path or help build something unprecedented. Many, inspired by Clark's courage and ambition, would choose the latter.